Hey there, y'all. Figured I'd come out with a video for the day. Just kind of been taking the day off for the most part. I watched the market a little bit, but I didn't really participate. Um, Basically, the biggest reason I guess I'm making this video here is we have an IPO tomorrow. It's Wbuy Global, ticker WBUY. And, I mentioned this one once or twice, I think, but, I think I was kind of on the fence about it and what I was going to do. And, I just, I didn't have any certainty about it. So, as far as going in with a pre-order or whatever, I didn't inform any of you guys about that. Um, so I did decide they closed the offering this morning, and I got a notification and I was like, you know what? I've already lost, money this week. I mean, how much more can I lose? I guess there's only one way to find out, one good way to find out. So, I decided to make maybe a jackass move here, and I threw in a pre-order, nothing substantial, just kind of gonna gamble with it and see what happens. Um, but I think it might have some potential. I don't know. It's like you look at the IPOs that we had this week and that uplisting. It's like, good God, do I really want to get involved at the moment? But it's like, well, maybe putting a pre-order in on something isn't the brightest idea, but maybe worthwhile, taking a look at, um, you know, still on day one, when it hits the market, check it out, see what's happening, type of thing. So anyhow, offering's closed. I have a small pre-order in. We'll see if it fails epically, like every other IPO that debuted this week. It is what it is. That's part of the game. And you know, you, if you're in the market, you have to understand that the stock market has always been super super greasy. It's just it's we're talking about DC Swamp and New York here. You know what I mean? It doesn't get any greasier than that. Those people are they run the show. So that in California, communist California. But anyhow, um, we'll see what happens with it. 3.5 million shares. Anything could happen. I didn't even bother to check who the underwriter is. It's like, does it even matter at this point? After what happened with the others, Network One Financial, Prime Number Capital, there's only like two left that, haven't, basically proven that they're just going to go to total shit. So, with AATP, it's now ATPC or some shit like that. It was just disgusting what they did with that one. So it is what it is, and in uncertain times like we're in right now, everything is just entirely unpredictable. Well, I shouldn't say that. Predicting the fact that we're going to end up with sky high gas prices because we're going into another proxy war with Israel. Um, you know that's super easy to foresee there. Definitely expect to see the current gas prices that are in California all over the place across the rest of the nation here. Um, I'm sure it's gonna get ridiculous, but I've kind of been paying attention to all that unfold. A lot of it's just really predictable, in my opinion. I guess it's just kind of because I don't listen to mainstream sources. I don't care if it's conservative, liberal. They've all proven to be pretty much evil. Even Fox News is owned by Disney. and anything that Disney has a stake in, I want nothing to do with. And that's just the fact of the matter. So, um, and a lot of people, they just, for a long time, for decades and decades, the people here have been brainwashed by government. They've, lost sight of their God and, you know, worshipped government as if it was just as good, and that's unacceptable. And it is absolutely not going to work out. Period. And we're seeing some of that unfold right now, and they're, uh, I know what the good book says, and a lot of people misinterpret what the good book says, and they kind of they just they see what they want to see, and then they fill in the blanks with whatever they think is great, and that's not how it works. So, um, you know, in the end times, good book says churches will be corrupt, and the masses and Christians will be deceived, and they too will perish. And that's a warning out there to all you Christians. You better wake the fuck up. So anyhow, we have the Palestinian Christians currently being, just absolutely destroyed by the Jews, they are not who you actually think they are, and this has been going on for a long time. People talk about how Israel's, launched this big siege upon, the Palestinians, and it's like you people know nothing. You really don't. You just listen to whatever the mainstream media, pukes up. You just eat that up, and then you keep regurgitating it to the next idiot that's going to swallow it up and puke it back up for the next person. And it's fucking disgusting. None of you seem to be able to think for yourselves. I swear. It's insane. But it's just, it's going to be an ongoing thing. We're basically, seeing a repeat here of the whole Ukraine thing play out. Palestine, they've been under siege, I want to say since the mid 2000s, technically speaking. So this isn't a new conflict, and they were, fighting long before that, because Israel was stepping all over the toes of, the Palestinians, and those are just the facts of the matter, whether you like it or not. So, if bankrupting this country is worth that, have at it. I want nothing to frickin' do with it, flat out. So anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there, and I guess comment or whatever. I noticed that I lose a couple subscribers and gain a couple subscribers, lose a couple, gain a couple, depending on what I'm discussing here. But I could really give a shit less. I'm here to kind of bring out the truth, and not what the government has been, throwing out there for propaganda for Americans to eat up for decades, and then, just absolutely destroy our country in the process. All right, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have the rest of a good day.